going to be a breakdown of Jesus' timeline. And I know many people have their ideas about how they can figure out the age that he was when he left, when he returned back home, also when he died. So there is a format that you can use using a clock. So if you look at time, we see time. I mean, we can't get over numbers, okay? I mean, numbers are everywhere. So here it is that you can use this clock to figure out Jesus' timeline. The age of 12 is when he left. Age 21 is when he came back. And age 33 is when he died on the cross. So, we'll first start with one side of this clock. And there's a scripture, and I can't remember what it is right now, about, hold on a second, let me turn this down. Because I'm going to be talking a lot, so. Making sure that everyone can hear me. So, let's go back to looking at the scripture of man being the number of the beast. You can count his name. So it's in Numbers. So they say the number of the beast is 666. And 666 breaks down to basically 9, speaking about birth or rebirth. So we're going to look at this process as Jesus' birth and rebirth for whenever he first arrived through Mary and when he died and reappeared. So we're going to take, because 6 is an important number, as all of them are, and they all have meanings, but that's a whole nother video, or a whole nother live as well. This is just a recap of the prior video that I made, which is the same thing, numeric symbology, Jesus timeline. So 6 is half of this clock, and the other half we're going to do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 21. 21 is also a very important number because they're talking about man. Again, they're talking about human beings, mankind. So you have these numbers. You can look up what these numbers mean as far as what it relates to as far as the body. So you have 21. 21 is a real number, but we have to break that down to its simplest form to get its true number, or its true meaning, so to speak. 2 plus 1 is 3. All right, so we're going to go on the left side of the clock and add 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12, which is 57. Again, these numbers mean related to the body. So we have to break down 57 because it's not in its true form. So 5 plus 7 is 12 on the left side. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Let me make sure. Okay. So you have 12 on the other side. Now, because 12 isn't also a true number, but 12 is also an important number, especially everywhere. 12 disciples and such and all, but we're not talking about all that. But we're going to add 1 plus 2 is 3. Now, we notice we have 3 on both sides of the clock. In order for this to be complete, 1 through 12, you bring 3 from the right, 3 from the left, and together it becomes 33. Or you can add 12 and 21 and still get 33. So you are now looking at a timeline here. Jesus on the left at age 12. Return, here's on the right, at age 21. Died on the cross at age 33. Now, 33 is a master number. As far as related to the body, again, an important number. Speaks about the spine. So, you hear 33 at the top, 33 could be at the bottom because, again, you can either add 21 and 12, or you can bring 3 and 3 together. So, you have 33 at the bottom. Now, 33 isn't a real number, so we have to break that down to its simplest form as well. So, we can either do this 2 ways. We're going to add 3 plus 3, and we get 6 at the top. We're going to multiply down to the bottom that other 33. 3 times 3 is 9. Bringing those 2 together, you get your 6, 9. Because you're speaking about the whole timeline here. Basically, your 3, 6, 9, which is your triad. In religion, in Christianity, they call it the Trinity. So they're just talking about numbers. And this is why you have numbers in the Bible as well. And they have a whole book about it. So when you start to break down these numbers, we have to now see what the meaning is. Why is this 33 at the top and also at the bottom? 33 broken down because here it is, he had 12 disciples. Now, he descended upward after his death. And when you come down to the bottom, he had to go to hell to, quote unquote, free sinners from hell. So we have to have the 9, where this is where he had his rebirth from, because he came from up out of earth again, out of the ground again, so to speak. Here it is. You have the death, which is the 6, which is your coiled snake. Also 9 is also your coiled snake. And that's what it kind of looks like in the womb as well. How a baby curls up. Or once it starts, the body starts to form, it starts to be in a curl-like shape like a snake. So, we have the 6 for death, and we have the 9 for birth, because of course, 9 months to birth a child. So, let me again turn this down. I'm sorry, I'll just turn it back up. Anyway, this is how you can have a simple format on how to use the clock to break down the timeline, or even understand different numbers for whatever reasons. But that's other videos. I'm not going to get that deep into that. We're just looking at the timeline here of Jesus, because we have either he left, some people would say between 12 or 13, speaking upon Jewish law, either 12 or 13 years old. So this will fit in that time frame, of course.